So today is Sunday, November 9th, and I just thought I'd do a quick little review of a new toy I picked up, I guess about 10 days ago. I picked myself up a brand new Springfield XD 9mm. Why? Well, for starters, I already have an XDS. Their subcompact 9 with the 3.3 inch barrel. Thing shoots phenomenally well. It is ultra concealable, and it fits my hand very well. So I figured I'd give the XD a try, and quite frankly, the Springfield Gear Up promotion didn't hurt either. And if you don't know what that is, by October 31st, if you purchased any brand new Springfield 1911 XD, XDM, or XDS series pistol, you went to the Springfield Gear Up website, plugged in your serial number, did your registration stuff online, and they would send you 3 free magazines and a second double mag pouch. That's like $150 worth of free stuff. I actually got the notice on November 4th that my XD promotion was approved, and it showed up 4 days later, like 7.5 weeks early. The email said, please wait 8 to 12 weeks for your delivery of your free stuff, basically. 7.5 weeks early. Yeah, it was awesome. I was wicked happy when I came home Thursday after work, and there it was. So, you all know how the XDs are shipped, the XDSs, XDMs. Hold on a sec, I'm gonna go get the case, that way you can pretty much see it. Okay, I have no idea what I did with the case. It's lurking around down here in the basement gun shop somewhere. But it comes with a whole host of accoutrements. It comes with your standard cable lock to lock it up. It comes with a double mag pouch, 2 magazines, a Kydex holster, and this neat little super thumb gadget to help load the magazines. Because I gotta say, the 16 round mags that come with it, they're pretty stiff when you try to load them, just, you know, the normal way. So let's get down to the nuts and bolts. Here we have the Springfield XD 9mm. We have some pretty good serrations here on the front for doing a press check, if you're so inclined. Good cocking serrations on the back. Although I teach and I use overhand rather than grabbing it like this. It's your typical striker fired polymer frame pistol. One thing I like about this, as opposed to the Glocks, and there's 2 Glocks here on the bench, you know, if you have a Glock, you know, you check it, make sure it's empty, fire it, pull the slide back 4mm, and then you have to fight with these little disassembly levers right here, which are a nightmare. Sometimes I can get them, sometimes I can't. Sometimes I look really stupid trying to get them because they're that much of a pain. With the XD series pistols, you just lock the slide back, take the disassembly lever, rotate that up from the front straight up, release the slide, bring it back down, pull the trigger, and everything slides right off. And from there it disassembles just like a Glock. Recoil springs, barrel, and you're set to clean. I just cleaned this up because I was out shooting today, and I figured, what the hell, I might as well do a quick review. When you're ready to put it back together, it's not as simple as the Glock, because you know, with the Glock, when you disassemble it, you put the barrel and the recoil spring back in, you just set it on the frame, go like that, and you're done. With the Springfield, of course, there's one extra step. You slide the slide back onto the frame, push it all the way to the back, lock it up, then rotate the assembly lever down, and you're done. That's pretty much it. One thing I will note about the polymer frame pistols is the M&P Shield series is the only polymer frame gun that I know of that you don't have to actually dry fire the gun when you're disassembling that. So with the, and I don't own an M&P or an M&P Shield, but I believe the M&P series is the only polymer frame you don't actually have to pull the trigger to get the gun apart. So I'm sure, you know, I'm not going to get into the stupidity behind cleaning a loaded gun or trying to disassemble a loaded gun, but we all know it happens, right? What's the baseball star? Yeah. Blew his finger off cleaning a loaded gun. Not going there. That's it. So that's one of the things, the advantages and disadvantages of the Springfield XD. Something else these have that the Glocks don't is right out of the box, it has an ambidextrous magazine release, both left and right, and it also has a grip safety just like your 1911s. You know, your 1911 and their clones, copies, variants, and all that other good stuff. The Glocks don't have an ambidextrous magazine release out of the box. They can be swapped around, but they don't come with it being ambidextrous. There's no grip safety on the Glock. The only external feature that can be termed as safety is the little split trigger, and that's pretty much it. So that's the Springfield XD. Sights are slightly different. This has the standard, I hope you can see that, standard 3-dot sights, whereas the Glock has the front sight has a dot, and then the back sight has the little squared off U shape. Overall, I like it very much. It points very naturally in my hand. If you look at this as opposed to the Glock 17, it has basically the same bore access. When you grip the pistol, the center of the bore of the barrel is basically the same height, so it feels very much, for you Glock fanboys out there. I've said before, I don't like Glocks. I only own 5 of them, and I carry a Glock 29 as my personal defense firearm. I'm joking. I do like Glocks, but it took me a long time to buy one, almost 20 years. But like I said, it points very naturally. Coming from a Glock 17 that I work with my students when I'm at the range, this points very naturally for me, right out of the holster, straight out. The sights line up very quickly. I think the sights, to me, they just seem to be a little smaller than the Glock, but that's probably just an optical illusion, because, you know, there's 2 dots in the back, 1 dot versus that big wide white U on the Glock rear sights, or the True Glow sights that I have on this one. So this does seem to shoot a little bit to the left for me when I'm shooting at 50+ feet. It does seem to be hitting to the left. I have heard and seen nightmare videos about trying to replace the sights, the rear sights on these with the dovetails, that they're just phenomenally difficult to adjust or to change out. So I don't know if I'm going to get into that with this handgun. Just compensate from the aim point. The problem with that is, you know, when you train, this one shoots dead on at 25 yards. So if I train consistently with this one and I start to move my point of aim to the right to accommodate for those sights being off under stress, I could do that with my Glock 29 and miss. And that is definitely not what we want. So I'm going to have to find some way to adjust these sights to the right a little bit so I can bring that point of aim over. Right now I think they're shooting about 4 inches to the left at 25 yards. So that's for me, that's what I consider to be a pretty wide margin of error, especially when you're talking about something as critical as defending yourself with a handgun. So that is basically overall 3 thumbs up for the XD. I really like it. It shoots well. It points well. The trigger is pretty much about what you'd explain, or about what you would expect from a polymer. It's very similar to the Glock trigger, although this seems to be a little crisper. Once you get rid of all this slop right here, it has a nice clean break. Over travel doesn't bother me that much, but there is roughly maybe 3/16, third of an inch of over travel. That doesn't bother me all that much. It does have a fairly short reset on it, so I do like the short reset on the trigger. Other than that, that is pretty much my review of the Springfield Armory XD Series 9mm. If any of you guys out there bought an XD Series, XDS, XD, XDM, or Springfield 1911 in the month of October and didn't know about the Gear Up promotion, get online and search for it, because your receipt, and you will have to send them a picture of your receipt from the gun shop for your gun. As long as your receipt, as I understand it says, is dated between October 1st and October 31st, you're in there, 3 free mags and another double mag pouch. So hey, that's roughly, for the XD series, that's 150 bucks almost worth of free stuff from Springfield for buying one of their guns. You can't beat that with a stick. Shipping on it was wicked fast. Like I said, I got the email on the 4th saying you're approved, and on Thursday the 8th, boom, there they were. Done. Or Friday. Thursday or Friday they came in. Whatever. Maybe I'm getting my dates mixed up. I got it on the 3rd, and it came in on the 7th. That sounds about right. 4 days. 7.5 weeks ahead of schedule. Woohoo! So, take it for what it's worth. That's my review of the Springfield XD 9mm. As always, if you have any questions, please feel free, leave them below in the comments section, and I will get back to you as soon as I get notified they're there. If you have something you want to see, leave that down there too. Like the channel, subscribe, even better, and until next time, stay safe and keep shooting. Quick little announcement for this episode of Basement Gun Shop, kind of a teaser for a future episode. Basement Gun Shop has formed a partnership with ChallengeTargets.com, and I am having a app developed for the Android platform, a training app to work specifically with one of their paper targets. So look for that in the future. It'll be up on the Google Play Store eventually when it's done, and I'm really excited about it. Brad Brune at Challenge Targets has been great to work with. I contacted him and he jumped on it right away, and he was like, yeah, this is an awesome idea, let's run with it. So hopefully when I get everything rolling and my software developer gets back to me, I'll be previewing that app with the target here on the Basement Gun Shop. So watch for it sometime in the future. Again, thanks for watching the Basement Gun Shop.